Hey, and welcome back to UC Learn Along. It's been a while. Well, I put in a long effort with Citrix and Citrix components. It's been great, but they have discontinued their CTA and CTP program. So I'm probably going to cut back on the Citrix stuff because that was the goal, at least for me, and focus more on some Microsoft stuff and try to go for maybe Microsoft MVP if they still have that program by the end of the year. But anyhow, what have we done? So I'm gonna move away from VMware Workstation. Kind of deleted all the VMs, freed up the lab, and we're going to look at using Hyper-V because since we'll be looking more at Microsoft stuff, they have some lab kits. Where is it? Yeah, I've already downloaded them. So there's the Win11 and Office 365 deployment kit, which ties into the SCCM and Microsoft Intune. Only thing difference with this one is more of the guide. Anyhow, makes my life easy because I've done a video on setting up a configuration manager. It is not too bad, but it's lengthy. But we got these lab kits, I can do it quickly. So we're going to be going over the lab kits. I also needed a document reader to read their documents on this machine because I do not own Word and what is it? WordPad. Cannot pick it all up. And I just grabbed that from Night. Yeah, you may have used this, maybe not, but you just click here and download the stuff you need. A lot of utilities on here. All right, so I went ahead and downloaded the lab kits. I got an ISO for later on, but you got the guides. I've already extracted those. Got the lab kit. It's just 3 files. Ooh. Let me check. Yep. So I got it on our storage. You just put the files within here. Then Microsoft will create the rest. And that's it. So let's set up our lab on our initial series or whatever we want to call it. All right, doing some PowerShell, 20 minutes, all kinds of good stuff. Oh, so before we start, only additional thing I had to do was for the virtual switch manager, they tell you to create a new external uh, switch. I just used the existing one that was here. Oh, I need to delete these. Remove, because I've already set this up. Apply. But you can create your own external one. You can say external 2. You can call it whatever you want. But as long as it's got external access, we should be good. So we're good. And we can close that. And then I had to run a script. Where did I put it? It's on my USB. Using Hyper-V and VMware. I think it was just the BCD. Yep, BCD edit. Set this back to auto. Lab is now ready. Next. And this is going to be a watching video. Yeah, we're going to watch this thing extract. 0.1%. Go back to our storage. a lot of stuff will be happening here. So we got our first VM, our SCCM server, configuration manager, all that good stuff. And at some point when I was doing this, it speeds up really quick. It usually doesn't take 20 minutes. So yeah, we're shifting gears. We'll be looking more at Microsoft, and maybe I can apply for their MVP program. Set that goal for this year and see what happens. All right, we got our DC, got our domain controller, got our cloud gateway, got the parent disk for the servers, and our parent disk for Windows. I think it's all Windows 11. I think, yeah. So I think they give you like 4 Win 11 machines. And then they give you 2 machines that are not configured. And we'll set that up with a bare metal task sequence. Because I think we kind of looked at task sequences, or maybe we just looked at app packages for SCCM. But we'll do that. Oh yeah, and it's real easy to get Microsoft stuff. They just give you the whole lab kit. You can sign up for Intune. I signed up, just renewed my tenant, and they just give you full blown access. You can do what you want. Tried getting some cloud stuff for Citrix and can't get a license anymore, so I can't do WIM. So kind of been boxed out of that. So Microsoft, I have free range to do some cool stuff. So we'll see if that changes. All right, so it's moving along pretty quick. I did notice once the lab comes up, you won't have a network connection for a little bit. So I kind of started fumbling with the virtual network. Didn't need to, just needed to give it some time. But eventually it would connect to the internet. But as long as you got that external network switch so you can talk out to the internet, you're good to go. Any other changes? Nope, I don't think so. Got our knockoff office tool so we can read their documentation. But other than that, we're going. Extract the lab kit to some place that has storage. There's some minimum compute requirements and storage requirements, but we meet all those. I think it was just those 3 XEs. The ZPack file like a zip file, set up exe, and then the exe here. I did notice in the documentation they talk about getting like the Windows 10 or Win 11 for business ISO. You can't get those, but if you just use the Evaluation Center ISOs that you can download from the Eval Center, they work just as well, just when you're reading through the documentation. So I have seen that. Tried to download the Win 11 for business ISO for, I guess, enterprise or business. I don't know, but it no longer exists where you can't download it. So had to make do, test it out, and it seems to work. Just an FYI. All right, we're almost done. Took a lot less than 20 minutes. Yep. Importing our VMs. These are definitely 111. Pretty sure they're all 111. All right, one, two, and I think there's one more. Six. There's six. So 5 and 6 will be bare metal, from what I can remember. Lab is now ready. Okay. Got all our VMs in here. Can power on our two machines. Oh, they're already powered on. Okay. Well, powered it on for us. Next. Let's just log into one. If we go to our virtual switch manager, we got these re-added back. Internal network, corporate network. Good to go. Still booting up. And they do give you the passwords and stuff. All in the documentation. Like I said, if you give it long enough, it will talk out to the internet. Configuration manager. All right. We're on a different network. Can ping internal, and looks like we got internet access. Cool. All right, so they set up everything that we needed on this one server. I think we did that in the past as well, but our SQL Server, configuration manager, all that is on this one box. And then we have these Win11 VMs that are still booting up. See them down here. I think they're configuring. And then these ones, 5 and 6, they will try to PXE. Let's see. And yes. All right, so I'm going to power you off. And I think 1 through 4, they're going through getting set up. Correct. All right. So everything's kind of moving slow. Fresh lab, it will settle down. Got our cloud gateway. Same password for all. And there we go. No errors. Shows up on boot. We're doing pretty good. I'll worry about that later. All right. So we don't have any task sequences. They already got the ADKs and stuff installed, so we got our boot WIM. But we'll import a an install WIM. So we'll get that from our eval ISO, and then we'll create a bare metal task sequence for those VMs. All right, yeah, we're talking to the internet. Let's see if we got our admin tools. Yep. Got cert authority. So they got all that stuff for us. So we'll do some basics in here, and then we'll incorporate Intune and all that other stuff for a hybrid environment. Got computers. Okay, so this is all out of box. Nothing in there. Finance, marketing, test users. Got our one controller. Nothing in there. Okay. Well, that's it. So we set up a lab very quickly, less than 20 minutes. Got all caught up on how to switch back to using Hyper-V. We'll put the links in the vlog for EC Learn Along. And now we'll just start setting up some cool stuff, but we don't have to do any administrative work. It's all been automated. But anyhow, hope you learned something.